Everybody, welcome back to MV Rock County. I'm Jay. I am in Iowa, I think, or Missouri. Might be Missouri. I don't even know. I'm not that far from the Mississippi River where I stopped at, and yeah, I'll put it in the description where I'm at. But I figured I found some gravel here at this truck stop. I started looking at, and I wanted to show you a couple things real quick. I'll show them better, but let me get this turned around. It's not very big gravel, area. There's one smaller one over on the other side of the building I'm going to go check out before I leave. But I found a couple interesting things, and I'll show you one of them real quick before I look at it closer. So let me get this turned around. Okay, so like I said, I'm a little bit of a gravel thing, and I've already walked this far from all the way over there. I'm going to do, I'm kind of sticking to the right side, and then I want to come back. But I found this thing. Now, there could potentially be LSAs here, but, I don't think that's what that is, but that's definitely some agate of sorts. There's definitely some banding there. And, just got a handful of pieces of chert and kind of banded chert looking stuff. Really kind of cool. I got a pocket full of stuff right now. I think this is a geode. And I got a smaller one that is super, super light. Now, I'm not really that far from Keokuk, actually, so figured since I found that little piece, I figured I'd show you. I got a nice coral fossil in my pocket, too. But, there's potential to have some LSAs in this stuff here. So I figured I'd get out and look around for a minute, because you just never know. Thought that might be a chromatoporoid or something. Kind of got wavy lines, but it doesn't look like it's. I don't know. I'll have to maybe go ahead and take that and look at it closer later. If that was more of a whole piece, I might take that one. Man, I would be so daggone stoked if I found a LSA. I mean, there's not a very good chance, but at least where I'm at, there is a chance. As little as it might be. Oh, there's a little geode. Feels like it's probably solid. Possibly. That's what I was looking at. It's all quartz. kind of come out of a geode. Leave it to me to come to a place like this and find geodes, right? Yeah, sure. I'm not really seeing much banding to it, so. I drove 713 miles yesterday. I was wore out when I stopped. I didn't stop. The night before I'd stopped in Cheyenne, Wyoming. I went all the way through Nebraska. Didn't stop anywhere. It's almost like some kind of coral or something, but I don't know. Y'all could tell me if I should have kept it or not, but I'm not going to keep it. It's probably just quartzite. Yeah, it's just quartzite. It's glowing. Found another piece of this over there, but it looked like possibly a migdaloidal rhyolite. It might be just feldspar or something, I don't know. The other one definitely looked like migdaloidal rhyolite. A lot of churty pieces in here, but a lot of it's just like this right here. It's all broken, fragmented, not big enough piece to even really much tumble. All right, let me cut this off and find anything else before I get back over to that other side. I'll bring you back. Otherwise, I'll probably just show this other stuff later on up close. So the stuff in my pocket that you haven't seen, and the stuff that I did already show, I'll show them better. All right, guys, hold on. Okay, guys, here is what I picked up at that truck stop in, as it turns out, it was Missouri, northern Missouri, kind of central eastern, yeah, this is a little state highway before you get to Quincy, Illinois. But yeah, there's some pretty cool stuff here. And I've got one thing that I'm just going to do this straight off the bat. I picked up more than I kind of thought I did or whatever, but I think, this was not that far from Mississippi. So kind of like whenever I stopped at that rest area in Iowa, I was really hoping, looking, and I ran out of lot, to find an LSA. Well, I think I might have. It's little, And I haven't really looked at this very up close yet, and it was so bright it was really hard to see, but it looks like a little nodule to me. Now it's broken on this other side. There's a little face that's broken. So, man, why is it got such a glare? It's not focusing. I didn't look to see if there was any banding yet. I can't tell. Might have to get it wet. It looks like there might be. Why is this thing not wanting to focus? I still can't tell. There's something there. There is banding. Heck yeah. I found an LSA. I knew it. I knew it. Just looking at that skin. Heck yeah. Is it a killer one? Maybe not. But this is my very first LSA that I have found. And I am very tickled with it. Heck yeah. It's going to be my new pocket rock. I will take it with me everywhere. I love it. I love it. That right there, I don't care if I show you anything else. That right there was enough. That was more than worth it. However, there's still some cool stuff here. I don't know if I'll show you everything, but let me, there's a couple things I want to show you before I get them wet. Like, you know, there was this thing here with all kinds of good druzy in it. And it looks like quartz, but it also looks like it's got some chalcedony to it. Now, another thing about the location that I was at, it really is not that far from Keokuk location. So I don't know if this was part of a geode with some chalcedony, or if this was a bigger part of some kind of an agate with quartz. My inclination is it's part of a geode that got broke out. Or it might be some kind of fossil that got agatized, silicified, or whatever. But I don't see any structure that lets me know for sure that that's what it is. I haven't looked at it wet, so I don't know. Maybe it'll look a little different. Looks a little plumy almost. I don't know. I gotta figure out how I'm going to do this. Now my hands are going to be wet. Here's a nice piece of banded chert. That'll be cool, tumbled. Another piece of banded chert. A couple of these banded shirts were pretty cool, actually. I thought there's some druzy in that. I don't know if I even need to get this one wet, but I will. Oh, I hope I'm not getting sick, because I'm having some inner ear issues on my right side. It sounds like I'm underwater on my right hand side here, right ear. So far it's not caused me any kind of vertigo or anything yet, but yeah, I had sinus issues the whole time I was over in Idaho. That dry air, I don't know, it just gave me fits. I want to show you these. Let's see, how many of them is it? This one. So I found, I think, unless there's another one, at least these. I think these are all geodes. This one's very light. This one feels like it's pretty solid. This one feels like it's pretty solid, but I mean, they could have cool stuff in it. And as little as this one is, it's still yet very light for its size. I mean, it weighs practically nothing. So I'm sure that this is going to be hollow. And I can't hear if it's got any kind of rattle to it, but yeah, I'm going to cut these at home. And then this one already had spots broken with nice crystals showing in it. So that was really pretty, both sides. Yeah, that's pretty. Set that over there. And this one was kind of like that other one that's kind of like chalcedony / quartz. Looked almost plumy, but you can see that sparkle. So it's got like a dusting of druzy on it. And that through there too. But it's real waxy on this side here. So it makes me think it's not just quartz. And it looked like some banding right there, but not your typical LSA type banding. So I wouldn't call this an LSA if you can call that agate with that kind of banding. I don't know. It's cool anyway. But, you know, same location, so who knows what you want to call it. There's some more druzy. Look at this. I'm gonna have to get this one wet, but you can see how waxy that is. That's definitely agate banding, but that's not an LSA, so let me get this one wet. I wish my ears would clear up. I've tried blowing on holding my nose and blowing. I've tried yawning. So this is a lot like those one agates I was finding. But this was way north. So I don't know. But who knows where that landscape rock would come from. So I just assume that it most likely come from pretty close to the Mississippi, you know, up in the general area that I was in. That's why I thought there might be LSAs in that gravel. but there very well could be LSAs all the way along the Mississippi, all the way down to Louisiana. So, and this right here I thought was just banded chert, but once I get this thing wet, which I have not done yet, there's a possibility that's agate banding too. But let's see. I can't really tell any defined like banding like that last one, but it looks very similar, just maybe a little bit wore out. Either way, it's at least a banded chert, and it's still pretty, and I think will be an awesome tumble. This was definitely another banded chert, but this, I think that was one that had like a fossil in it. I think it's probably a horn coral. I'll have to get this one wet. There's something else right there, I think. Let's see. Let's see if it helps any. I mean, there's something right there. I don't know if it's the other side of, probably the other side of that horn coral. And I've already peeked at these under UV, so there's definitely going to be a UV show. Another banded chert, and this is a pretty one. Look at this. I mean, that almost looks like a picture jasper right there. Pretty. Heck yeah. Look how waxy this sucker is. Got that Benefact wind-blown polish to it. It's just got surface staining. It looks like it's got a little bit of, you know, banded chert banding. Not fortification banding, but layers or whatever you want to call it for chert. Pretty either way. This one had some cool colors going on in it. It almost looked like it might have been a part of an agate with them kind of colors. Let me get this one wet. It's really pretty. I've definitely seen plenty of LSAs with that kind of coloration. Now, I didn't see any kind of banding, and I still don't, but I mean, that's definitely pretty. No matter what. Yep. Another cool banded chert. And this is not the same one I just showed a minute ago. It's kind of similar to that one right there, I guess. guess this one was probably a GO2, yeah. Cool. I'll spread these back out whenever I get done showing them. I picked this up because it was a fossil of some sort. Or I thought it might have been. Because it's mainly like a limestone rock. There's some kind of crystal going on right there. Crystallization, maybe it's calcite or I don't know. Let's get this one wet because it looks like, oh, I thought this one was a stromatoporoid or something possibly. Maybe it's getting it wet will show it better. It don't look like a stromat from that point of view, but right here you can kind of see that wavy layering. That made me think that. Let's see if I can get close enough to see. Yeah, I believe it is, ain't it? Somebody correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe that is a stromat. Yeah. That'd be my first one of those I think I found. And then, you know, I gotta love on my honeycomb corals. I'm always stoked to find one of these. That's a pretty good one too. Yep. I like it. I like it a lot. Here's more druzy. This has got some kind of banding going on. Let's get this one wet. We saw the druzy already. Let's take a look at this one. Huh. Now that looks almost Crowley-esque. But I'm way up north of where I found this. Well, I didn't see this in the field. That's definitely agate. I mean, it might just be, I mean, hell, this is way north of like Haunted Ridge and all that. This is like almost on the border of Iowa where I found this. But then, like I said, who knows where the gravel comes from, so that's pretty cool. I'll take it. Let's see, I didn't show this one. This one, I think is just chert, but it's got that, it kind of had that agate look to it. That kind of agate skin. potato skin look to it, and it might have been broken, and years later smoothed back out in the broken spots. I don't see any kind of banding, but it looks like there's inclusions in this thing at least. Yeah, I liked it. I thought it was pretty cool. And I'm pretty sure this is just shirt. Let's get this one wet. I don't think it'll help any. Just like with some of those ones in that last video I did. Look at it up close and it's like you did not see what you're seeing now until you got up close. So that definitely looks like at least a banded shirt or something. I don't know. That one might look better, quite a bit different once it's tumbled. And here's another coral. I think this, another honeycomb. Look at all the sparkle. Yep. So yeah, this was a very successful little hunt. Even the charts are pretty cool. Yeah. And then last one of these. I have to get this one wet because I think there's more to this one. This little druzy pocket. Because the way this one looks, it seems like it's a fossil. It's got that look to it, almost like a stromat 2 or something. Let's see if we can see something else. Looking pretty agony. Lights. This one's still hard to tell anything about, but by gosh, it's something. got a little bit of kind of like cold water pocket. I don't know. Okay, so that was all the places or the stuff I found at that stop. But I did stop one other spot, and I've only got a couple things to show you from this stop. But yeah, just a couple things. This was in Illinois. I think that's just a granite, but it was a really pretty one. It's really pink up in here. I just had to pick that one up because that would be pretty tumbled, I think, if it'll tumble. I don't know if it will or not. And I don't think that that's going to UV, but, and then this thing here looked very stromatoporoid-esque, or even stromatolite. Might be stromatolite. I'll have to get that one wet. But let's show you this one real quick. Kind of a geode, I guess. I thought that might have been a horn coral poking out, but I don't know if it's a horn coral. I think it probably is. And it just kind of geodized and broke open right there. That's probably what that is. And this one was definitely horn coral. Pretty cool one too. Very silicified. And then this little piece, just, I don't even know why I picked this one up. This is chert. And then, so let's get this one wet. Let's see if it's stromatolite or stromatoporoid. So I guess if you look really close in that band, you see some vertical lines, and that means it's a stromatoporoid. I don't know what I hear Craig talking about arachnophyllum, and I'm not really familiar enough with those to know what they look like. But I'm thinking that this is either stromatolite or stromatoporoid, but as wavy as it is, it makes me think stromatolite. So, I don't know. What do you guys think? Okay. Beast mode. Let's turn the light off. I'm gonna have to pause this too so I can turn off the I'm so tired. Y'all, look, I'll tell you in a minute. Just hold on. Alright. Take two. You guys didn't see it, but I forgot to hit record, and I showed all this stuff in UV, and yeah, beast mode. And then when I hit to stop, I actually started recording, showed myself picking everything up, putting it in the bag to put it away. Okay, turn the light off and let's do this again. Yeah, some really cool stuff in here with the UV. Even them geodes show cool stuff on the outside. I mean, some of these cherts and stuff, and these things are pretty crazy. Let me just get this one out of the way because I was fascinated with this one. Check this out. Yeah, great. phosphorescence. Pretty cool. Stromat. All the church are pretty cool. The honeycomb corals, pretty cool. I mean, all these shirts are really just glowing like crazy in orange and stuff. Like that one agate with the banding. You see the orange banding going around it. I think I didn't check this one. I bet this one might be phosphorescent too. Nope. Yeah, so yeah, these things are pretty cool. There's a couple smaller ones in there that are pretty cool. And then I'll show this again. For those of you who saw the Irish agate short, yeah, there's the Irish agate, Brazilian Irish agate, and that thing's crazy in UV. Crazy. Anyways, and then again, for those of you who saw today's short with the Las Choyas, here's that, and you can see the red calcite down in there. It's weird, the whole section up there is calcite, but only one little section there is really showing good red, and it's phosphorescent red. Yep. And then the rest of it is not as UV as I was expecting it to be, because a lot of times these things are like insane green, but I think that's more so with the mid-wave when they're like that, but I don't have mid-wave, so all right, hold on. Whew. Lord, I'm so tired. Look, I left Spencer Sunday morning, actually kind of late, almost noon. It was like 10 or 11 o'clock or something like that. And here it is, Tuesday night at 11 o'clock Eastern time. And Sunday I drove 566 miles. Monday I drove 712 miles. Today I drove 645 miles. And I went all the way to Cincinnati to my yard, picked up another trailer, and now I'm sitting in Indiana. And then I've got several stops in Kentucky, Tennessee, all the way down to Georgia before I can go home. And I should be home Saturday, but I got 20 stops and another 1,000 miles more to go before I can get home. And I'm tired. But it's been an awesome time, and just so you know, I will be putting out the Spencer video probably next Wednesday on the premiere, but I will probably also make a video showing some of what I found up close, and so you can see color and stuff like that. You know, I just had a couple little pieces sitting up here in my little tray I was kind of looking at. My eyes are so blurry, I'm not even going to try to show them. I would have to turn the camera around. I'm not doing that again. But yeah, I mean, suffice it to say, I didn't get as much as I thought I was going to, but I got some decent stuff, so you'll see. I'm not unhappy, and I'm going to explain all that on that actual video. Tell me what you guys think about all the stuff I found today, and that was Missouri and Illinois. Pretty much all landscaping rocks, but it's still cool stuff. And I can't believe I found my first LSA. Yeah, it ain't much of one, but hey, there's definitely banding, and it's a cute little freaking pea nodule, and I love it. It's my new favorite thing. So, okay. Sorry guys. Sorry. I cannot overstate how tired I am. But I had to get this video done. I had to do something because I think it's going to be more work to put out that Spencer video, and it's going to be really long, and I don't want to make that a premiere. Actually, I'm probably going to post that one Sunday as just a video and film the stuff up close to show all the color that I got, probably Sunday, and I'll post that on Wednesday premiere, probably. So anyways, love y'all. I'm Jay. V's at home. We already talked and said goodnight to each other, and now I got to get to bed. Bye.